Nami didn't freak out. Instead, she handed over a handkerchief. She just learned from the doctor that the baby was helping that guy stop the bleeding. Nami brought up this morning's incident, asking the baby if they really had a split personality. The baby was stumped, just never met that other self. But just curious why Nami cares so much about Leaf. Nami said, "Because Leaf is my best eye." Once upon a time, the baby promised Leaf that they'd rescue everyone from the depths of despair. "I got you." The baby had no memory of that, so this personality must really exist. Nami recalled that on October 19th, Leaf met with an odd customer. That customer was really strange. After paying, he just chatted and did nothing. Nami suspected that man might have harmed Leaf. The baby asked who that man was, and Nami replied, "I don't know, he was a customer of Leaf's, I never met him. But there's a way to find out." The baby asked how, and Nami said, "The blonde guy's computer has the customer list. If the baby sneaks in to take a peek, it's a piece of cake." Meanwhile, Taojing and Matsumura visited the baby's foster parents. They learned the baby had only returned once in the last few days and had no alibi for the time of the incident, but the old couple firmly believed their kid wouldn't commit murder. Taojing reminded the foster dad, Grape, 15 years ago, Grape was responsible for Bear, firmly believing Bear was innocent. But what happened? Grape fell silent. The baby was raised by him and his wife. To them, the baby was their own child. No parents would suspect their own kid, but Taojing wasn't buying it. The cops only go by evidence. He and Matsumura left Grape's house, while the mysterious woman upstairs continued to preach. Suddenly, Matsumura's phone rang. Major breakthrough in the case. The tech department found a new suspect. It's none other than the boss of the Luger gang, Blondie. The surveillance footage showed that on October 19th at 11 p.m., Blondie held Leaf hostage at the hotel case closed. Taojing immediately arrested Blondie for murder. Nami saw this as a golden opportunity. She urgently told the baby to steal the files. The baby hesitated, but met Lion Hugh outside. Memories of her girlfriend flooded back. To return to normal life, she had to solve this mystery. Half an hour later, the baby, armed with tools from Nami, entered the Luger nightclub. "Drinks are on me," she thought, but it was just a false alarm. The baby went upstairs, pulled out the universal key Nami gave her, and to her surprise, it worked like a charm butterfingers. Meanwhile, at the police station, Taojing's superior received a call from the chief, ordering them to release Blondie ASAP. With solid evidence in hand, he was convinced Blondie's linked to Leaf. But the superior already watched the footage, where Blondie only held Leaf hostage. That hardly counts as solid evidence. Taojing had no choice but to release him. Blondie couldn't resist teasing, "A beauty like you." He joked, "If you ever want a side gig, come to me, I'm great at keeping secrets." On the second floor of the nightclub, Ying-Er booted up Blondie's computer with a hacking device, only to find the hard drive was completely empty. Meanwhile, Nami waited anxiously outside, urging Ying-Er to search for hidden files. Just then, Blondie returned, and Ying-Er fumbled for ages. Still, he found nothing. It was like the computer was from another planet. Blondie stepped into the nightclub, while Ying-Er tried to escape through the door, and what surprise! 2 henchmen outside. He retreated, shut the door. Ying-Er rushed over. Luck wasn't on his side. The window had security bars. Blondie was already climbing the stairs. Ying-Er grabbed a saw to cut through them. But those security bars were top-notch. He couldn't cut them. As Blondie's key slid into the lock, a tiny sound made Ying-Er turn toward the door. Just then, a perfect time for the fire alarm blared. Boom. Nami set off firecrackers in the lobby. Blondie pulled out his key to check it out, while Ying-Er dropped to the floor in fear. Fate, it seems, had the twisted sense of humor. Blondie reached the stairway, noticing clue from the universal key stuck to his own. He instantly realized someone had broken into his office. Heavy footsteps echoed down the hallway, and Ying-Er backed up in fright. At that moment, escape was impossible. He saw his fate unfolding. Blondie, Blondie, Blondie. The door swung open with a kick. Blondie charged in. 3 meters away, a window was open. He dashed over and saw the bars ripped off. Blondie quickly grabbed his henchman and bolted outside. Once the crowd dispersed, Ying-Er finally sighed in relief. His file-stealing plan had flopped. Nami felt down but proved to be a true friend. Her file-stealing plan flopped too, leaving her really bummed out. Back when he had just graduated from college, he saw a job ad in the paper, only to get scammed into the My-Chan organization. He was about to throw it in the towel when Leaf appeared, encouraging him to chill out. "Quick cash here. Save up more. You can always retire later." They became inseparable besides. The 4-leaf clover earrings he wore were a precious gift from Leaf. It was a token from Ying sent to Leaf, and Nami vowed to find the culprit, while the baby remained clueless. A new crisis was lurking. Blondie's henchmen discovered something shocking. The inside man for the heist could be the baby. They also traced the baby's weakest line here. The baby had no idea. After his shower, the baby stepped out, and the TV reported on his father's case April 20th, 15 years ago. Rhea had self-immolated in a cabin in the April 20th sparked a lightbulb moment. The baby tried the passcode 420, and voila. Her phone unlocked. He immediately opened the chat app, where had only messaged Leaf. The chat history indicated that Leaf had mentioned that mysterious customer to the baby. That guy was a professor at Tokyo University named Jotori Seikon. The baby thought that last name sounded familiar and searched online.